Oh God, do you have sound now, Sarah? Tell me you got sound now. See, they just told me that they don't have sound. They should have now. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to then download the video and repost it because I feel like Instagram does have sound. Okay, perfect. Yes, you do now. I'm so sorry. Okay, so it's normal to look at the platform and feel motivated because sometimes it happens to me as well. Like sometimes I go and post my 90 seconds reel, okay, which is not a really long one now, is it? It's a minute and a half. And it takes hours. So then what happens is that I missed a slot of me posting. And I'm just like, really? And I get annoyed. But then I'm like, well, you know what? It's okay. There's over 1 billion people of users every single day on Instagram. So a glitch can happen. It would happen to absolutely anybody. It's just that we're really, really harsh on the platform because, oh, well, it's Instagram. It's supposed to work properly all the time. But it's not always like that. So I get that it's normal to feel demotivated. I get that it's normal to sometimes feel really, really down and say, you know what, I just want to start all over again and start another platform. But the thing is that with every platform has its issues. So I'm over here today to tell you 3 tips, okay, to keep your Instagram vision alive and stick to it. Because it's so important that you do this. Now, first of all, you need to have a vision when it comes to Instagram. Otherwise, how the heck are you going to keep it alive, right? Now, when I speak about vision, I'm not talking about the number of followers or the engagement rate or who is following you, who you're following, and everything that the algorithm is telling you. When it comes to vision, the vision is about you and your business. So, because remember, at all times, you need to remember that Instagram is just a tool. Instagram is just a platform. You are your business. And I will repeat this till the death of me, all right? You are your business. Instagram is just a platform, a tool that you use to make money on your business. So the first thing that you want to ask yourself when it comes to your vision is, what is it that you want to transfer to other people, which are your ideal clients, followers, your niche with Instagram? Why should people follow you? Now, if you take my example, because I do like to work with examples because it's so much easier, my vision is to revolutionize people's lives through their business by helping them create the life they're never tired of. So that's my vision. Now, when I know my vision, that helps me so much because I know what content to put out. I know how much entertainment, inspirational, informative, educational posts I need to put out because I know what I want for myself, what I want to give to who's following me, to the business owners that are following me. And consequently, I know what others need. So the first part to find your vision is extremely important because if you don't know where you're going, you cannot take the correct decisions because every time something will come at you, you'll be like, well, should I do it or not do it? But if you do have a vision that stays in the back of your mind, you know whether that answer is yes or no because you know exactly what the correct thing to do is. Now, second important thing is to embrace change. Now, the first one is so much easier than the second one. I know that, but that's why I keep it as the first one. If your business is not making money right now through Instagram, needs to change. Something needs to change. All right. And we all agree on that because the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. Now, because I don't feel like you want to feel insane, I feel like you need to change. Now, if your business is not making money on Instagram right now, I want you to evaluate what you are doing wrong. And when I'm talking about what you're doing wrong, I'm talking about numbers, posts, comments, leads, messaging, content, sales funnels, everything that relates to your business. What are you doing wrong? Where is the block? Where do your followers stop at? What needs to be changed? Now, that is extremely important because you can't keep doing everything all over again. And if it's not working, being consistent on something that is not working makes no sense. That's why I do love the fact that, and I'm the first one that tells you that you need to be consistent on social media because if you're not consistent, somebody else is. All right. And they're going to choose them over you. But you need to check where that consistency is leading to. Because if that consistency is not leading to absolutely anything, well, there's no point of you being consistent. It's a waste of time. Then that consistency becomes an actual waste of time. If you're doing something with a strategy that you know exactly where you're going towards, point number one, you're going towards your vision, then you can embrace change in a smoother way, I would say. Because some of you really hate the word change because you're like, well, I don't like to change. It's out my comfort zone. Like my brain is telling me I don't need to change because I'm perfect the way I am. Well, if something is not working, there needs to be changed. So that's the second tip. And third tip, which is probably the most important one out of the three, is discipline. Now, I'm an advocate for discipline. And the reason why I'm an advocate for discipline is that most of the times, and I'm going to use most of the time, so 85% of the times, you need to do things you don't want to get to where you want to get. And without discipline, you won't be able to go anywhere. Because at one point, you need to have something that can't come from your mind, because in that moment your mind is just like, you know what, fuck it, I'm not doing it anymore, I'm just tired, so I'm not gonna post content for today because I'm tired. And then there's that little voice that comes from the vision that you created that says, well, but if you don't post, then you're not going to go anywhere, you're not going to fulfill your vision. So you need to have the discipline to stick to what you say you're going to do. And don't get me wrong, there are some days in which I'm like, no, I just can't do it. I'm like, no, today I'm just turning my PlayStation on and that's all I'm doing. But I can't think like that. I can't allow myself to think like that because my vision is to revolutionize people's lives. How can I do that if what I am doing is playing PlayStation? So then I think about it and I breathe for 5 minutes or I meditate for 10. And then I put myself back together and say, you know what, PlayStation can wait until tonight. Right now, I need to do what needs to be done for my people. So discipline. I know it's not the word that you want to hear because it sounds very military and very harsh, but I'm a big advocate for discipline. I was in the military, so I feel like it makes sense. But it needs to be done. It is so important for you to stick to your word, because if you can't stick to your word, you're not going to go anywhere, because you are the most important person. So think about how many times you've said yes to someone else and you stuck to your word because, oh, well, I gave them my word, I need to say yes to them. And how many times you have not done that and respected yourself on that matter? Well, today, 14th of November, it's the time for you to change. It's the time for you to stick to your word no matter what. It's the time for you to put yourself as a priority and say, okay, if I say this, this is what is going to happen, and stick to it. Now, those were the 3 tips. All right, so this is what you're getting today. I will make you live all of this and so much more in the Strategy Lab 2.0, which will be released the last week of November. In the meantime, what I would like you to do is either comment or send me a private message and tell me what your ultimate vision for Instagram and your business is. And if there are some tips that I can give you, I will come back to you with tips telling you, okay, we could work on this and work on this, and this is what you need to do in order to get to that vision. So I'll speak to you extremely soon. Have an incredible rest of your day and go and work on your vision. 100% right now, the first thing that you need to do is work on your vision. Bye.